Spirit of the living God, fall afresh on me. Spirit of the living God, fall afresh on me. Break me, melt me, mould me, fill me. Spirit of the living God, fall afresh on me. We're going to use chocolate to illustrate that song. We're going to break the chocolate, we're going to melt it, we're going to mould it and fill it, and we will end up with a plate of little chocolate cases filled with cream with a little bit of fruit on top to represent the fruits of the Spirit. So for a start, we're going to take some chocolate. I've got dark chocolate here, but you can choose milk chocolate or white chocolate, whatever is your particular thing, and you break it, because sometimes there are thought patterns or ways that we are that perhaps need to be broken, a bad habit or something like that. So this is to visualise breaking, the Holy Spirit breaking something in us to make us something better. And you pop it into your double saucepan or a Pyrex bowl on some hot water. I'm going to pop this into the double saucepan here, but to save us time I'm now going to swap this for some that I've had melting on the stove already. So we now have some melted chocolate in the bowl. So we've got break me, melt me. We're now going to take this melted chocolate and we're going to put it in the moulds. Now if you just use these little paper moulds and fill them about 2/3 full. Give each of them a little shake, and then take an empty case and press it on the top so that the chocolate comes up the sides. So once you've done these, they need to go into the fridge to cool down. I'm now going to take out some I made earlier in proper glue Peter fashion. And you'll see from these that you have to peel off the paper from the moulded chocolate, and you will end up with something like this. Now you might find if you've got a thin wall, you end up with something like this, which looks more like a chair. But either of these are acceptable, and we don't know how God is going to mould us to be the best person that we can be. So it doesn't matter whether you have a cup or a chair, they can both be filled. And then having been broken and melted and moulded, we're now able to be filled with the Spirit. So I've just got some squirty cream here, and I'm going to fill these up with squirty cream. There we go. So having done that, when we are filled with the Spirit, the fruits of the Spirit can grow, and we have got another activity about the fruits of the Spirit. But to represent the Spirit, the fruits of the Spirit growing, I'm just going to prop a little piece of fruit onto each of these. In my case I'm using blueberries, but it doesn't really matter which small amount of fruit you use, or whether you decide to use something to represent fruit, like a fruit pastel. Having done that, if you'd like to put them onto a pretty plate, And one can then take them somewhere quiet and restful, and one can look at that and one can think about what was involved in making it. Breaking, melting, moulding, filling, and then growing the fruits of the Spirit.